Hello YouTube, Rain here with my first ever review. This review is for
Resident Evil 6.
This game is developed and published by Capcom, and it was released for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 on October 2, 2012. There's a PC version currently being developed, and the Entertainment Software Rating Board has rated this game mature for blood and gore, intense violence, nudity, strong language, and suggestive themes. The game supports up to 4 players, with 2 players for the campaign, mercenaries, and key moments within the campaign that can be played with 4 players. This is called crossplay. Cooperative play can be done via split screen or over the internet on the PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. RE6 ups the ante of what is included within the game. It is jam-packed with 3 cooperative campaigns, a secret single-player campaign that will soon receive a patch with co-op, agent hunt mode, the mercenaries mode, and 80 collectible snake emblems that reveal more backstory files. There is even hints of future DLC, adding even more modes in the future. A key feature that is included in this game that was never in any other Resident Evil is the ability to move and shoot at the same damn time. And not only that, I can dive, I can roll, I can slide. Look at this dive. Yeah, shot her right in her back. And now I'm rolling like a pro. It's just more maneuverability. It speeds up the gameplay, smooths the controls. A key feature that is missing in this game that was found in both Resident Evil 4 and 5 was the ability to buy and upgrade your weapons. Here you find your weapons at certain points in the story, and upgrades are handled through skills. You get by these skills with skill points. Skill points are found from dropped enemies or inside little crates and chests. These skills range from better firepower, better melee, and even infinite ammo, which you will need for professional mode. Skills are also divided among different game modes. You have specific skills here that is only found in campaign, here for agent hunt mode, and last but not least, skills that are found only in mercenaries mode. The campaigns all differentiate from each other in not just who you control, but what story you receive. Leon S. Kennedy's campaign here focuses more on survival horror. This is more going back to the old style of Resident Evils like 1, 2, and 3. You can choose to play as Leon or his partner, Helena Harper. The story here is that the C-Virus is released in the town of Tall Oaks, and one of the victims is the President himself. That's right, Mr. President of the United States. Leon and Helena decide to uncover who released the C-Virus, and they want to prevent another Raccoon City incident from spreading.
Mr. President! Don't make me do this.
I can't keep running away. I have to face the truth. Accept responsibility. That's the only way I'll ever remember. The only way I'll get my life back.
Campaign number 2 belongs to the Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance, the BSAA. You could play as Resident Evil veteran Captain Chris Redfield or newcomer Marksman Piers Nivens. The story here is that the BSAA is sending their Special Operations Unit to a war-torn China after a similar outbreak like the one in Tall Oaks is unleashed. But you won't find no zombies here. This isn't The Walking Dead. Instead, it's the Juavo. Juavo is just like the zombies in that they're created from the C-Virus infection. However, they're not brain dead. They still move, react like humans. They are very good at following orders from those who infect them. What separates these Juavo from past Las Plagas infections from 4 and 5 is if you damage a limb enough, it will regenerate. Look at here, his arm is growing. That's like a whip. Other mutations can even form from armor to their knees, turning their arm into a giant shield, or growing a pincer for a head. They can even transform into a giant bomb. It will explode with enough damage, or by running over to you and self-destructing. The third campaign is done from the perspective of Jake Mueller, a mercenary for the Edonian Liberation Army. He is a new character to the franchise, that is true, but his bloodline is not. He is the son of supervillain Albert Wesker. You may know him from this quote alone. Ouroboros will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring complete global saturation. Okay, so that wasn't really his voice, but that was mine, but still. He was pretty psycho. So you get to play as his son here. His co-op partner, as you see, is Sherry Birkin. Her father, also a psychopath from Resident Evil 2. You may know him as William Birkin, you know, the main villain of the game. He had the huge eye sticking out of his shoulder. His weak point mutates about 20 different times. Him. That's her dad. The story here is that Sherry Birkin is now an agent for the Division of Security Operations. Her job is to bring Jake into protective custody because his blood is the key to the vaccination of the C virus. And no, Capcom does not explain what happened to Sherry over her years since Resident Evil 2. That is still a mystery.
Thanks for the warning.
There's some files that explain it, but it's pretty much a giant plot hole. Their job is not so simple. Along their way, they are continually chased from the C-virus monster Ustanak. He is a bioorganic weapon who doesn't seem to die. You shoot him, it just phases him. You burn him, he just walks right through. He is pretty much the T-1000 from Terminator 2, minus the whole liquidation aspect. Look at him. He looks like Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. Probably his brother. Once those 3 campaigns are done, you get the 4th one, which is for Ada Wong. Currently, it's the only one that is single player only, but there is a patch coming to enable co-op. Ada's story, however, it clears up pretty much all the loose ends found throughout the 3 campaigns. And it's probably the most fun to play in because you're alone. It might change once co-op's unlocked. Otherwise, I'm not going to tell you anything else about the story due to spoiler reasons.
Tomorrow the U.S. will suffer a bioterrorist attack. After that, China and then major cities all around the world will suffer the same fate. At the hand of Neo Umbrella's very own Ada Wong.
You may have heard me earlier mention what is called an agent hunt mode. This mode is unlocked once you complete just one campaign. It's a new multiplayer mode to the series, and the way it works is you got 3 people in the room. You got the 2 people playing the story, and the 3rd person here, as you see, is a Chihuahua, or a zombie, or a little zombie dog. You can play as pretty much any villain, and your job is to kill the agent, hence the name Agent Hunt. It's a lot of fun. You pretty much get to troll the other players. Who doesn't like to do that once in a while, right? You can also enable or disable this anytime you start your own campaign. I recommend your first time through, disable it. Making its triumphant return to the series is the Mercenaries mode. This first appeared in Resident Evil 3, but it was played differently back then. The way it plays now was first introduced in Resident Evil 4. It was brought back in Resident Evil 5 with cooperative play, and it comes back again here in Resident Evil 6. Capcom knows fans love this mode. The game mode has 3 characters at the beginning with 1 stage. Additional stages are unlocked as you complete different campaign modes. Ada herself can be unlocked once her campaign is completed. For other characters, you gotta get a certain amount of points within certain levels. So say stage 1 you get a certain number of points, you unlock Helena like I have. The point of the game is to kill as many zombies or enemies as you can before time runs out. You start with a 3-minute time limit. This can increase with each melee kill, counter kill, or by destroying the human-sized hourglasses found throughout the map. As you kill more enemies, you'll start finding more stronger variants emerging. Like on the very first level, once you reach 50 kills, you get to meet what's known as a Whopper. Let your imagination do its work there. A Whopper zombie. Now on to my rating scale. First off is story. I give this a 9 out of 10. It is the most ambitious Resident Evil game ever. With 4 full campaigns, it better be. I've never even heard of that before. Despite that, there's still plot holes left unattended, like I said before about Sherry. Some of this can be saved for DLC or maybe a future game to cover. My main gripe? Where is Claire? You got her brother Chris, you got her first partner Leon, you got the girl she took care of, Sherry, but not her. Weird. On to gameplay, I give the game 9 out of 10. The controls are smooth, they're responsive, the tank controls are gone, you can finally move and shoot. You got added maneuverability, but it's not all perfect. The cover system takes some getting used to. It feels a little clunky. It's hard to like shoot at someone and you're trying to run away from cover and move the camera. It's just too clunky than it should be compared to other third-person shooters. Graphics, I give 9 out of 10. I feel the graphics are truly top-notch and they're way better than the glossy look that Resident Evil 5 had. Look at those teeth. Look at those eyes. That's top-notch. That's detailed. It's disturbing. They also did a great job at rendering playable characters here, like from Leon to Ada.
You're not playing around, are you?
Sound is really important. This should have been a perfect 10. It's a zombie game. The dialogue's on point. The sound of the Roscoe Panhe is disturbing. Just listen to the scene here. But the soundtrack, it's not equal to the scope of the whole game. It's not epic enough. It wasn't noteworthy, such as the Prey theme or the Sad But True music from Resident Evil 5. So for that, I give it 9 out of 10. On to replayability, I give this the perfect 10 out of 10. You got 4 full campaigns. You have 2 extra multiplayer modes. You got 4 difficulties for all the campaigns. There's even a 5th one that's even harder than professional coming for free soon. There's 2-player co-op availability for all modes. And you have 80 collectibles to find and costumes to unlock for mercenaries. Averaging out my previous ratings gives this an overall rating of 9.2 out of 10. This game is truly a must-buy, especially if you enjoyed Resident Evil 4 and 5, if you love co-op games, or if you love getting your money's worth. That is all for my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I would appreciate a thumbs up or a like. Give me a subscribe as well, because I'll be hosting a Let's Play of this game on professional mode. If you have any ideas on how I can improve my review format in the future, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you again, and I'll see you later.